Hello everyone, I am so happy to see you again. I'm Kevin if you are new, and today we are going to tackle some important house and garden projects. I have my list right here. We need to add compost to a few of the raised beds up in the kitchen garden. I want to plant out the onions that you and I started together from seed. We will fertilize the garlic that you and I planted together last October. And I want to test out this cleaning product that one of you recommended to me. It's the white green cloth, and it's supposed to be just terrific for mirrors and windows and other glass surfaces. And it's chemical free. We will see how it works. But before we do anything, I want to make some limoncello cupcakes that we can enjoy for afternoon tea. I will link the recipe for these limoncello cupcakes in the description box below. I always weigh out my flour. I need 1.5 cups or 204 grams. Baking powder, a whisper of cardamom, which will give these cupcakes a lovely floral perfume in addition to the lemon perfume, and a pinch of salt, just to balance out the flavors. And we whisk. And then in another bowl, I need sugar and the zest from one lemon. And I'm going to zest the lemon right into the sugar. I like to use my impeccably clean fingers to rub the lemon zest into the sugar. That's to guarantee that each little grain or granule of sugar is perfumed. Now I need some Greek yogurt. We can whisk the yogurt into the sugar and lemon. So these are cupcakes that don't require any special equipment. Then I need 3 large eggs at room temperature, and I'm going to add these one at a time and beat well after each addition. Now I need some limoncello, because these are limoncello cupcakes, and a neutral flavored oil. I'm using avocado oil. I need to whisk this just until it is very smooth. Now we can fold in the dry ingredients a little at a time, and I'm using a spatula here. Looking for a fairly smooth, heavy batter here. And our batter is made. Let me fetch my muffin tin. I lined my standard size muffin tin with cupcake liners, and I did grease the liners very lightly. Now we can divide the batter among the cupcake openings. So I'm filling these cupcake liners about 2/3 of the way up. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. Now we can bake off the cupcakes. It will take from 20 to 25 minutes or until a skewer inserted into one of the cakes comes out clean. And while the cupcakes are baking, we need to make a simple limoncello syrup that we will brush over the warm cakes. For this limoncello syrup, I need 1.5 tablespoons of regular granulated sugar and 2 tablespoons of water. I'm going to pop this into the microwave until it starts to boil. That's not going to take but 30 to 45 seconds. The reason I brought this syrup to a boil is so that the sugar would dissolve. And it has dissolved completely. So now we can stir in a tablespoon of limoncello. And we can set this aside while we wait for the cupcakes to finish baking. These turned out beautifully. Limoncello cupcakes. Now I need to brush them quickly with this limoncello syrup. The syrup will add flavor and it will ensure that the cupcakes are nice and moist. I need to let these cupcakes cool completely before we can frost them with limoncello frosting. And while we wait for the cupcakes to cool, we can head up to the garden. Before we can plant the onion seedlings, I first need to remove some of the old growth, well, it's last summer's growth, from this bed, and then we will amend the bed with compost. These vines are from plum tomatoes that I grew in this bed last summer. I'm going to put these on the compost pile. So this bed is prepared with compost. Now these are the onions that you and I grew together from seed several weeks ago. I think I planted them way too early. I had them under lights. The seeds germinated almost immediately and grew and grew and grew. So I've been hardening these seedlings off for the last week or so. We can plant them out now. These are all storage onions. They're intended for winter storage. If you were here with me when we started these onions, you may recall that we planted several seeds in each cell. Just now, I'm separating the seedlings. Fortunately, they are coming apart easily and with little to no root damage. I should mention that I am planting these onions about 6 weeks before our average last frost date. Onions can survive frost and even snow for short periods. And that's a good thing because we are expecting 2 to 3 inches of snow here this weekend. The snow will probably melt within a day. Let me know if you are planting onion seedlings. And if so, what varieties you are growing. So I have Patterson over here, and now I'm working on Cabernet. Cabernet is a red onion. It's a great winter storage onion. I find that the easiest way to plant onion seedlings is to first make a trench, then arrange the seedlings about 3 inches apart in the trench before covering the roots with soil. Onions want a very loose, fertile soil, which hopefully we have accomplished by digging compost into the bed. By my count, we have just planted 108 onions, and this is what remains. We can plant the other onions out another time. Right now, I want to take a break and fertilize the garlic. I'm using this organic fish fertilizer for the garlic. And this is the garlic that you and I planted together last October. And we can just water this in. All right, I think I've done enough in this garden for now. Let's head back to the house. We are back inside. I am holding my microphone, and I will not pretend that I am not tired after planting the onions. So I'm going to get myself cleaned up, and then we're going to tackle another job. And that next job is going to be fun. We are going to frost the Limoncello Cupcakes. And I'm removing the paper wrappers from most of them because, well, this is not a bake sale. I don't need paper wrappers. The frosting is simply softened butter, confectioner's sugar, lemon juice from the lemon that we zested earlier, and some limoncello. And I'm planning to pipe the frosting over the cupcakes. Paddle attachment, butter. I'm going to whip this butter first. Then we can add confectioner's sugar. This is the confectioner's sugar that you and I made together, 2 weeks ago? We took regular granulated sugar and we powdered it in the blender. It was very easy to do. And of course, homemade powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar is much less expensive than store-bought. I really don't measure anything when I make frosting. I just base the amount of ingredients on the consistency I want. This is the lemon that you and I zested earlier. Squeeze the juice right into this mixture. Along with some limoncello. Let's see if this is the consistency we want for piping. It'd be a little too stiff, and that's fine. I'm going to add another splash of limoncello. I think this is just right now. I always clean up as I go. So I have my piping bag here and a star tip. I think I want a bigger container for this piping bag. And here it is, a large vase. I made more frosting than I will probably need, but that's fine because this buttercream frosting will keep in the refrigerator. And then I can make more cupcakes. As it turned out, I didn't make too much frosting after all, because I'm being very generous with my decorating here. If a little frosting is good, a lot of frosting is even better. That's just how I roll. Sadly, we cannot eat these just yet because I want to tackle a cleaning project using that special cloth that one of you told me about. Now, I don't even remember how much I told you about this cloth earlier, so let me review what this package says. It's the white-green cloth. It says, "Kiss your glass cleaner, chemicals, and paper towels goodbye. Streak-free, spot-free cloth. Wet it, wring it, wipe any surface. Streak-free, spot-free, lint-free. Absolutely, positively never streaks glass, mirrors, or windows." We're going to give it a try. I'm going to wet it and wring it. And I bought these on Amazon from a small business, and there's actually a thank you note from, I guess, the business owner, who was named Nicole. Looks like a handwritten note. That's very nice. And if these cloths work out, I will, of course, link them in the description below. So this is one of my mirrors in the dining room. It's a 19th century gilt mirror and has a few spots, probably my fingerprints on it. We are going to see if this cloth lives up to its promises. And just for the record, I have not used one of these cloths ever. Well, this is certainly easier to use than my usual method, which is to spray a cloth with glass cleaner or to use one of my glass cleaner wipes. Now we're going to let this dry and see if it leaves any streaks. And while we wait for that other mirror to dry, we can work on this 19th century mirror. So far, seems to have done a wonderful job on this mirror. Well, I do not see any streaks whatsoever on this mirror. I think this cloth works amazingly well, and it came as a set of 4. The viewer who recommended these cloths said that, I think she said that she just throws these in the washing machine, so they are reusable. Let's try the mirror in the parlor. Let me clear the decks here. Now, I do like my glass cleaner wipes, but if this thing works better than those wipes, and so far I think it does, then this will make my life a lot easier. taking off a lot of dirt. I just cleaned these mirrors not long ago. Well, you were here with me when I cleaned this mirror. I think this cloth has done a magnificent job on all the mirrors on which I tried it. I am truly impressed. We'll just wait for this to dry to verify no streaks. Lizette just said, this is a win-win if we don't have to use any chemicals when cleaning mirrors. Now, apparently, this works really well for window glass. But after planting all of those onions, I don't think I have it in me to go outside with a ladder and start cleaning windows today. But I do have the energy to vacuum the entrance hall. Come with me. This hall is in desperate need of vacuuming. But first we have to amuse Goldie and Avery. Yes, you want that? Want the toy? I have to pick up Goldie's toys. I have your toys over here. In the comments below, please let me know if you have a cordless vacuum cleaner that works really well for both carpets and hardwood floors. I'm curious to know which brands you recommend. I'm going to call this clean, and I think you and I have earned a limoncello cupcake. I think this orange spice tea that I buy from Tierra Farm will go very nicely with the limoncello cupcakes. Who can complain about lemon and orange? And let's see, a cupcake for Kevin, a cupcake for Lizette, a cupcake for Leslie, a cupcake for Kevin, and a cupcake for Alban. Let's head into the music room. As I said earlier, I think we deserve a cupcake. And I cannot wait. Tempted to eat this with a fork. What should I do? Fork or no fork? I think fork. This cupcake has a beautiful crumb. These limoncello cupcakes are not just cupcakes, they are an experience, an otherworldly experience, and I am serious. They are moist, they're super scented with lemon, and they just have an exquisite, they have an exquisite texture and perfume. The frosting is, well, buttercream with lemon and limoncello. Of course, it's wonderful. Lizette will be joining me in just a moment, and I cannot wait for her to try one of these limoncello cupcakes. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon as we made this wonderful dessert, and we amended a garden bed with compost, and we planted over 100 onions, and we fertilized the garlic, and we cleaned the mirrors with that nifty new product, which again, I will link in the description box below. And we frosted the cupcakes, and we vacuumed and mopped the entrance hall. We did a lot in just a few short hours. If you enjoyed today's video, please help me out by giving it a thumbs up, because that's how YouTube's algorithm works. In the next video, I will have some exciting news for you, and it may have something to do with these instruments that are behind me right now. And I can't wait to see you. Until then, please take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, friends.